Well, folks, it's a new day. We had a pretty good look at the cliff dwellings there yesterday. Gila Cliff Dwellings National Monument. All right, we're going to jump on the mighty CFMOTO here. So today we're going to go over Emery Pass. We're just, I don't know, 30 or 40 miles northeast of Silver City, New Mexico here. We're going up in the mountains. There's a pass that I was wanting to ride over. I was going to try to do that yesterday after I had gone to the cliff dwellings. It took so long to get up there and get through all that. I just ran out of day and I didn't get over here. So I came back. We're going to do it today and see what's up here. It should be pretty if nothing else. The CFMOTO, he kind of likes these kind of roads right here. Twistier the better. Even on these Mitas E07 Plus tires, it's still pretty agile in the corners. No complaints with the Mitas. We'll see how much tread I've got left when I get back to the world headquarters. They'll have about 5,000 miles on them when I get back, and we'll see how they're holding up. That's about all I can get out of the Shinko, the 704 or the 804, 805 Shinkos. About 5,000 miles is all I can get out of a set of them. So we'll see if we can get any more out of these Mitas. They should run a little longer. Everybody says they do. They last better, and they are more expensive than the Shinkos. So if they don't last any longer, then they're not worth it. Beautiful. Look at this. Oh yeah, that's worth the price of admission right there. Should we get a picture? You know how I am about pictures. Yeah, that's something. That's nice. Beautiful. Well, we'll see what's around the next corner here. Could be something really cool. I like the guardrails. It's good viewing with these guardrails here. They don't get in the way of you shooting video and pictures. Oh yeah. I think there's a little creek or a river in the bottom of that. Yeah, a little bit of water in it. So the canyon's getting really narrow right here, really tight. This is beautiful. This is nice. Some big rocks. I think I'm glad I came this way. It's beautiful. "10-mile-an-hour curve," it says. Wow, I could take that at 12 miles an hour all day long. What are they talking about? 10 mile an hour. A lot of hiking trails, trailheads up here. If you like to hike, this is the place to go. I won't be hiking too much in my adventure boots. Good way to spend a day right here. Can't go wrong. Riding the mighty Ibex through the mountains in New Mexico. I recommend it highly. I can recommend that. Pretty big batch of government woods right across here over these mountains. Quite a ways across here. Oh, more deer. Them mule deer, they're a little bit smarter than a whitetail. They got a little more sense about them when it comes to vehicles. They tend to turn around and go away from you, whereas a whitetail, you don't know what they're gonna do. Emery Pass, all right, it says Vista. That means a view, a viewpoint. Let's go see. I want to see the vista. Let's go see the vista, Daddy. I want to see the vista. All right, we'll go look at the vista. I like a good vista in the morning. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Have we got a vista or what? Yeah, boy. A vista and a pista. I'm a comedian. Whew. All right, let's take a look at this, man. Well, here is our view off of Emery Pass here at the viewpoint. Really pretty. I believe this is the road we're going to be traveling on when we head on down to Kingston. I believe that's part of the road there. Beautiful place. Big valley down here, deep. Let's wander forth. Good thing there's a bluff there to catch anybody that misses that corner. Kind of a safety feature. Turn left at the juniper tree. All right, we'll do that. We'll turn left right here. Turn right at the bluff. Got it. Right at the bluff. All right. Turn left at the juniper tree again. All righty. And turn right at the bluff again. Got it. Rinse and repeat. Oh, this is just gorgeous country. I really like it. I like it a lot. The Ibex is so nimble. It's just really good bike for these kind of roads right here. It's ready to fall into a corner at an instant. Just think about it. You're in it. No wallowing. Suspension's quite good. The fueling, on the other hand, well, that's a whole nother situation. I would say it's not quite good. For what little I paid for this, I think I can live with it just fine. It's not going to bother me. And who knows, they may fix it one of these days. Well, folks, it's a new day and we're back on the road today. It's a travel day. We've broke camp there at Silver City, New Mexico, bright and early this morning. We loaded up the mighty CFMOTO here with all my belongings, and we're heading north. We're eventually going to make it to Grand Junction, Colorado. We're on our way up on a beautiful pass. We're going to get to the top here in just a little bit. Really beautiful area, some big pine trees. So we're going to continue on and see if we can get to Alpine, Arizona. Get this mighty CFMOTO fired up here. It's been a real treat. It's been doing real good. I had a little issue with some bad fuel a few days back, and I think I finally got rid of that with enough fuel treatment and enough tanks of gas. So I've been on the road a couple of hours this morning. I thought I'd get a little bit of this pass on video. It's been really pretty coming up through here. I did make one stop earlier today. I didn't have any video rolling while I was traveling. I was trying to make a little time, but I stopped at a little state park. It's called, I think it's Catwalk State Park. It's on Highway 180 north of Silver City, about an hour, I guess. And it's an old mining operation. They went up a slot canyon, had a creek in the bottom of it, and they just put a catwalk right into the sides of the mountain, into the bluff above the creek. Followed the creek all the way up. So I got off. The Park Service has taken that over, and they've replaced. I was hoping there would be some of the original catwalk left from back in the, would have been in the late 1800s, I imagine, when they did that. But it looks like it had all been replaced. It was all metal, steel beams, and it was kind of a disappointment. The creek was pretty. It was a nice little slot canyon. But I was wanting to see some old mining construction there, and it just didn't happen. That wasn't there. What's this? A scenic overlook? Boy, I guess. That is a pretty scenic overlook right there. You can see for a minute or two. Yeah, that's nice. Had a pretty cool night last night. It got down to 47 or 48 degrees, I think. This morning when I got up, it was about 48 degrees. Kind of crisp. I didn't want to roll out of the sack too bad, but I had to get around and get packed up and get rolling. We got a pretty long day today. The little CFMOTO has really been doing good. It turned out to be an okie dokie touring machine. As far as traveling on, it's not bad at all. It carries luggage and weight well. It's not hard to ride with all my gear and stuff on it. It is top heavy. I've got a lot of crap on it, but it rides good. So I'm pretty happy with that. I've been checking the oil. I don't even know how many miles we've traveled, probably 14 or 1500, I'm guessing, something like that. And the oil level is exactly where I had it when I left the world headquarters a week ago or so. So the little motor's not using any oil. That's good. I don't have to carry oil with me. I really prefer the altitude. This thing, I think, is a lot more pleasant to ride at higher altitude. The motor isn't nearly as vibey as it is at lower altitudes. It's pretty pleasant to ride up here. Well, let's see. We've got about 15 miles into Alpine, Arizona. This area that we're in here in western, along the New Mexico-Arizona border there, is pretty remote. There's not a lot of fuel stations if you're traveling north and south. So I've been stopping every station I get to, even if I only need a gallon or a gallon and a half. Go ahead and fill up, because there are some stretches across here that are pretty long between fuel stations. Well, they got a lot of pretty over in this part of New Mexico, I can tell you that. Just beautiful. It's probably time to see some deer. Well, I haven't had any out in the road today so far. Another pretty good hill. These hills are deceiving. The grade is hard to read. They're steeper than they look. This motor here on this bike, it doesn't suffer too bad from higher altitude. Some bikes will really get weak, get real weak when you get up on these higher passes. So far, everything I've been over with this one is it's done pretty well. Yeah, this would be a really good spot to see some deer standing around looking at me. Got a little lake right here, Luma Lake in Arizona. So there are lakes with water in them in Arizona. Right there's one of them. It's only 290 miles to the Grand Canyon. We're not going to the Grand Canyon on this trip. We're gonna head north.